Good evening.
Good evening.
Nice to see you, Mr. Peroso. Thanks for being punctual. Okay, well, we're gonna continue working. Putting into practice, right? Yesterday, I shared some, let's say, information, how to recognize, and what are the different techniques. Okay, I don't know if you have any doubt, Mr. Peroso, because I think that you have to leave for a while yesterday because I didn't see you. So I don't know if you have any doubt. We can take advantage that it's just you in this moment. So if you, if you missed any information yesterday, maybe I can repeat it. No
Hey,
question?
Coach,
Yes, sir.
page 53,
What happened?
next.
Excuse me?
In picture 53. Next, next one. This.
You're talking about the slides. The slides.
Slide.
The slides.
50? 53.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't catch. Okay, yes.
Okay, Coach. Last night I ordered fish soap at 7 p.m. and the deliverer called me at 9:20. Then I went to receive the soup, and when I
Came back, I guess. When you came back, I came back to the class. Yes, that's what you want to say. When I came back to the class.
no, when I went to pay,
Okay.
he isn't, or he hasn't changed.
He didn't have. He didn't have change.
Then I went to the supermarket to
Really?
change money.
Oh my goodness.
For this reason, I missed.
Oh my goodness, unbelievable. They supposed to always have the change, right?
Yes. And I forget to put in the application change for $20.
That's why. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Well, it has never happened to me. I have never heard that it happens, but now I know. Okay, I got it. That's why it was some time, right? Okay.
Yes.
But so you didn't listen this part?
Yes.
Yes. Anything that you want me to repeat? No? No.
No.
Okay. Okay, well, let's continue. We're gonna apply today. We're gonna work on the application of the techniques that I shared with you yesterday. And which one do you prefer? The ones who were in class yesterday. Let me see who is in class in this moment. I don't remember, just Mr. Peroso, I think. I don't remember if Ms. Rodriguez was in class yesterday. I don't remember. Mr. Ramirez, were not in class. You were not in class.
I'm not class for
You were not.
yesterday.
Okay. So just Mr. Peroso, you are the only one, I think. I'm not sure if Miss Rodriguez, but Mr. Peroso, because I'm sure that you were in class. So which technique, what's the way that you prefer to memorize? Which technique is the best for you?
Who coach for me?
Yeah, for you, because I think that you are the only one.
And
Mr. Barrientos.
For me, the best form to remember is practicing.
Okay, yes,
practice every day.
Yes, definitely. But you know that we must have a base, right, to start. So which of the three techniques, let's say techniques that I mentioned yesterday, it's better for you? I mean, in a personal form.
Memorizing the
Do you remember the three techniques? Or maybe Mr. Barrientos? I think you were in class yesterday, right, Mr. Barrientos? Were you in class? Yes.
Yes, miss. Yes,
okay. Miss. Okay. Which technique? Do you remember that we were discussing three forms, right? To get familiar with this pronunciation. Three forms. I don't know if you remember them, and if you can tell me which would you choose? Which is the one that you said, okay, this goes with me. I think I will do it in this way. Which of the three that I mentioned yesterday, of the three ways?
Three ways.
Do you remember the ways that I mentioned yesterday?
The regular and the irregular verbs, teacher.
Yes.
The pronunciation in for example, wanted, the letter T in the final.
At the end?
Yes. Yeah, and letter D. I don't know, say
three sounds, correct. We have three sounds. Yes, correct. But remember, well, I'm going. Yes, sir. Tell me. ED and T. Okay, yes. Yes, correct. But if you remember, or for those who were not in class yesterday, I'm gonna say it maybe not in the detail that I was explaining yesterday, but as a fast way, right? And for those who were yesterday, but maybe you don't remember exactly the three ways. Here we have the option one to memorize or to identify when to pronounce T, when to pronounce D, and when to pronounce ED, when we have the ending with regular verbs. Okay, so option number one is this, that we have to observe the ending of the original verb. For example, you have here letter P, we have here help that ends with P. So the pronunciation is supposed to be, well, supposed to be, no, has to be helped with T at the end. And so on, right? You can see here K, and in the original verb, we have at the end K. Kiss, in the original verb, we have at the end SS.
Coach, that depends of the final consonant?
Depends on the ending. but not necessarily a consonant. Because if you have a vowel sound,
vowel, sí, vowel or consonant.
yes, correct. So let's say that we can say that what we need to observe is the ending of the verb before we add ed. So the original form. So when we have the original form of kiss, for example, right? The original form is this, double S at the end. So when that's what I have to observe. What is the end of the original verb? Kiss, double S. So when I add the ed because it's regular, and because, and the pronunciation, right, because it's past, the pronunciation will take the sound, the ed, this, ed will take the sound of kissed, kissed. So the same there, right? We have help, help, that's the original verb. So the end, the last sound of that verb before we add ed, before, right, is help. I have here in that group. So again, when I add ed to make past, I'm gonna say help, helped, helped. Okay, so that's basically what we need to observe. Can be a consonant or can be a vowel. But what we need to pay attention to observe is the ending of the verb, the last one or two letters of the verb in the original form before we add ed. And so on, right? There we have some other example like laugh. You can see there an example of laugh. So in that case, we have GH, GH, look, look. So what we have to do, option one or technique number one, is to watch, to observe the ending of the original verbs if they end in these letters. We're gonna pronounce, so help, help, helped, look, looked, sniff, sniffed, laugh, laughed, wash, washed, watch, watched, kiss, kissed, dance, danced, fix, fixed. And we have to be careful with these that have a strong sound because it says fix, fix, but that's the original form, right? So when I add the ed, that it means that I'm using a past, I have to say fixed, fixed. A double strong sound, double strong sound, like in watch, watch, watched, watched. We have three consonants there. So we have to be sure that we are pronouncing that T at the end, because sometimes in a strong pronunciations, we feel like it is there. When I say look, oigo un k, esa es la T. No, it's looked, 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 look, looked. Okay, so be careful with that.
I'm sorry, Miss. Say pronunciation. The verb original finished in N and past tense.
The original verb, say that again, please, sir.
The original verb in past time, the pronunciation finished in T. Is correct?
Okay. I don't know if that's your idea. But let's see. Let me see if I catch the idea. Okay, so and you don't say time because you are talking about grammar. So it says the tense, not time. Okay, tense.
And
When we tense, no time. Okay.
Oh.
Well, that's additional information. Okay. Here we go with the question that I think. I don't know if you are asking if the original, when we have the original verb, no in past, when we have the original verb, it means in infinitive, right? The original verb, we have to observe the verb, the ending, the pronunciation in the original verb. It means in infinitive. Because when you add ed, it's not anymore the original, right? In this case, it's past. The original verb is until this part, help. That's the original. Before you add ed, that's what you have to observe. Before adding the past, in this case, help, that is the original verb. Okay, so you have to observe the word in the original form, in the original verb. It ends with P, right? Help. So it is a regular verb. When I add ed, I will pronounce help. It means that ed becomes T. Help. And so on, right? The same with all. You can see there are many examples, the endings, and an example. With F, sniff.
Okay, only ruler is only in the indefinite. The pronunciation only. The ruler.
The rule.
Regla.
Yeah, the rule. Ruler is the object. In this case, it's a rule. Okay? So, because ruler is the object. It's different in English. Okay? Okay. So, in this case, I don't... Can you repeat, please, sir? I didn't catch the idea.
Lo voy a decir así porque no sé si puede transmitir la idea. O sea, esa regla de pronunciación solamente es cuando el verbo está en infinitivo.
Yes, we have to observe the infinitive.
Okay.
Because you're gonna apply when you have the past that is with ed, you have to apply the pronunciation. If it is the, pero ¿de qué va a depender eso? Del infinitivo. Because when you add ed, tiene que ya ver cuál sonido va a aplicar. Right? So you have to observe help, helped, porque está en este grupo. You see, it is in this group. On the other hand, we have the other. L, N, R, G, V, S, Z, B, M. You can observe here, the original verb is call, clean, offer. There you have the example, right? R, offer. N, clean. L, call, etc. Love, love. Y les decía ayer a los compañeros, pero ahí termina con it, teacher, love. But the pronunciation is So what we're gonna follow is the pronunciation. So in this case, love finishes with V. So we have an example of this sound. So if the original verb, the infinitive, ends with this group of letters, the pronunciation will be with V. So the ED is now a Z sound. In this case, this part is this part is this, we will take the sound of D. In this case, this part will take the sound of T. For example, cold, cleaned, offered, damaged, loved, used, amazed,
Amazing.
grabbed, claimed. I don't say cold. Listen, it's different, right? It's not, I don't say, I don't apply anymore the pronunciation. So I won't say cold. It's different to say cold, that cold, cleaned, that cleaned, offered, that offered. It's different. And with the T, the opposite. I won't say helped. I said helped. I don't say looked. I say looked. Sniffed. No. Sniffed. Laughed. No. Laughed. So each group has a specific pronunciation. So you see, that's why we have to observe the end of the verb in the original form. Original form means that it doesn't have any tense, right? No tiene ningún tiempo, any tense. Because if I say speak, for example, that's regular, but irregular. But if I say speak, eso es hablar, hasta que le pongo a la persona y el tiempo está conjugado. So, hablar is in infinitive. Speak. So that's what we have to observe. The verb in the original form. So, no present, no past. Claro que el presente coincide con las formas plurales del infinitivo porque no le hacemos nada al plural, right? We help. They help. No le hago nada. If you remember that tense, that is simple tense, simple present. So in this case, that's what we observe. And the last group that I'm gonna mention is this. In this case, you can see here, we pronounce ed. But just when the end of the original verb are T, you can see here the T, or D. You can see there D. Need. This is the original verb, the infinitive form. Need. So when I add ed, I'm gonna make it past, right? And when I make it past, because I add ed, I have to apply one of these pronunciations. In this case, because it ends the original form before we add ed, is the, I'm gonna pronounce needed, wanted. Okay? Just when we have those endings, T and D, we pronounce this. Wanted, needed. But look, when we don't have T or D at the end, because this verb, help, no, right? No tengo ni una T ni una D. ¿Qué tengo? P at the end. So those are the rules. That's the way to apply them. Okay. And I told you yesterday that we have another way. This is one way. Memorize the groups of letters. If the verb ends in P, K, F, G, H, S, 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 H, etc., C, X, we pronounce T. The other group, L, N, R, G, V, S, Z, etc., we're going to pronounce Z. But I told you, you can memorize this easily because you have double letters. Just in this group, you have double letters. G, H, S, H, C, H, S, S. ¿Qué me queda aprender? Solo estas 5. P, Q, R, C, X. y las otras doble letras. Cuando terminan doble letras, voy a pronunciar, if it is regular,
Sí. Sí.
y, yes, y en this order. Si termina en T o en D, sí pronuncio ED. Por lo tanto, lo demás, puedo, obvio, si no es este grupo que ya me aprendí, ni este, porque este es fácil, solo son dos, y este es fácil también porque son la mayoría doble letras. Los demás entonces lo pronuncio con D, okay? It's not necessary to memorize all of them.
Only
But yeah, because by discrimination, right? Si no es ni de este ni del otro, pues es coma D.
Okay, thanks. Thanks.
That's a way that I recommend. But if you are good at memorizing, memorize them. Okay, memorize them. That will be great. So that's one form, my dear people. The other form to recognize is more general. Okay, the other form that I told you yesterday was, anybody, do you remember? Can you help me, please, to repeat the second way to recognize if I'm gonna pronounce with t or the? Anybody who can help me?
Okay, thanks.
Okay, Mr. Barrientos. I mean, Mr. Ramirez. Anybody who can help me? Someone who pay attention yesterday? Or maybe you know, but maybe you don't know how to express the idea. But try to express your ideas, okay? Well, the second way, that's the number one, right? The most common, the most used. The second way, you can see here, this word that says voiceless and voiced. ¿Alguien que recuerde lo que dije que era eso de voiceless y voiced? ¿Cómo comprobarlo? Can you help me, please? Come on, guys. Nobody knows. Okay, well, remember, voiceless is that when you pronounce, it's more wing, and the pronunciation is out of your mouth.
Yes.
And voice.
Vibration.
Correct. And
Vibration.
on the other hand, correct, Mr. Barrientos, thanks. On the other hand, we have voice. That means, as Mr. Barrientos says, we perceive more vibration than wing. So you can do the test, right? You can pronounce help, and you're gonna feel help more wing. A rebotar aquí is gonna roll, you know. Help, laugh, wash. Va a sentir más para afuera la pronunciación. Because you're gonna feel more wing on your hand. That is voiceless. Okay, son como más viento. And voiced, the pronunciation will stay here. Therefore, you will feel more vibration than wing. For example, call. Va para adentro la pronunciación. El sonido nos queda más en esta zona. All right? So, call, clean. Vea, va para adentro. Offer, damage. Aquí hacemos la fuerza. Love, use, amaze, rob, claim. La boca queda más cerrada. Y la vibración se siente más. Y la pronunciación es más interna. Here. But when you say voiceless, it goes out. Okay? Out of your mouth. And it produces more wind. So you may feel help, clean. Help, clean. Tome cualquiera de los dos. Hagan la prueba como hicieron los compañeros ayer. Tomen cualquiera de los dos verbos, de los dos grupos, uno de cada uno. And you will feel the difference. If it is here, the pronunciation stays here, or if it goes out of your mouth. And that's voiceless and voiced. So based on that, that's another way to recognize the pronunciation. Okay, that you can say, okay, the pronunciation, maybe you don't memorize P, Q, F, S, 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 H, C, H, X, and C. Maybe you don't want to memorize that, but you are good making the difference between voice and voiceless, between vibration or wing. So that's another way to recognize, because the voiceless, so the verbs that in the original form, again, in the original form, produce more vibration, or the pronunciation is in your throat here, you're gonna pronounce them when you add ed with, and when you have a voiced, it means más para afuera, más viento, you will pronounce the. Cold, cold, clean, cleaned, offer, offered. Vean la posición de sus labios también. Help es como más cerrada. Cold quedan como más hacia afuera.
Eso
And
es.
the most important is the wing and the vibration.
Repeat in my teacher. Voice is win. Voice
Yes.
is win.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Thanks.
Sir.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. And voiceless is when the vibration, right? Help, look. Aquí hago la fuerza. Look, look. Okay, you can feel it. And in this, no, right? Ahí sí no hay para dónde. Solo reconocer T and D. But it's easy. Okay? So this is the for number 1. To recognize if it is voice or voiceless or voiced. Because voiced is in this group with D, and voiceless is with this group in T. Second form. And the last one, well, that is more practical. You can remember, or you can choose one example, one verb that is common for you, or that is easy for you to remember. So for example, here, this is a good one. Help, help. Help is helped, helped. Todos los que terminen como help van a ser con t. Look, look. Todos los que terminan con como look van a ser looked. Inmediatamente cuando yo vea que walk, walk. Entonces estará con como look, walk, walked, walk, walked, talk, talked, talked. You see? That's another way. Automatically, or maybe your verb as an example, you can take walk or talk, no look. You can take any verb. That's another way. Wash. Wash era con t, washed. Todo lo que lleve ese al final y sea regular, también t. That's the third form. That's the third way. Memorize one verb per letter. For example, right? Help, love, loved, love, loved. Entonces, lived is similar to love with B at the end, right? So I remember that loved is loved with D. Lived también. And that's the third way to remember. Okay? Any questions so far? And here we have the vowel sound. You see, vowel sounds are of this group. D. Okay, so if you have a vowel sound, remember that vowel sounds most of the time are like Y. It sounds like enjoy, enjoy, follow, because W sounds like ooh, right? Follow. So follow, followed, enjoyed, play, played, try, tried, continue, continued, continued. Okay, so you see that in this case, sounds like vowels. These letters that maybe in Spanish are consonants, but in English sounds like vowel. So the sound is the important. So when you have a vowel sound at the end, this is the way to pronounce the regular, the past, if it is regular verb. So it is in this group, the vowel sounds at the end in the original verb. Okay. Well, if you don't have any question, just let me take the attendance and we're gonna go to practice. We're gonna do many exercises today. So I think no problem. There you have 3 options, as I said. But we have to study and practice. That's definitely, we need to invest time practicing, memorizing, any way that you decide to do it. If you want to watch, let's say, videos and listen, I'm gonna share with you many links today. So I hope and I recommend you that you continue practicing, not just today. Keep the links and listen again. Keep the links and do the classification again. Okay, do it over and over again, because as much as you will see the different groups, as much you will remember, or you will manage it, okay, sooner. Okay, so that's the idea. But let me take the attendance. Just give me a second, couple of seconds. Okay, Jose Mauricio.
Present, Miss.
Okay, Mr. Andrés Armando.
Present, Miss.
Okay, sir. Rebecca Lorena. No, she has never been in class. Patricia Carolina.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Patricia, thanks. Let me see who else. Kevin Joel. No. Carla Maria.
Present, teacher.
Okay, Miss Carla Maria. Okay. Then we have Elizabeth Esmeralda. Elizabeth.
To clean the windows. To sweep.
No. Who else? Ana del Carmen. No. Oh, well, she was yesterday. You take turns, right, to attend class. One group is in one class and the other group is in the other class. Okay, let me see who else. Carlos Francisco? No. Dayanara? No. Marlene? Yesenia? Okay. Adalberto? Isaac Adalberto?
Present, teacher.
Okay, sir. Let me see who else. Daniel Eduardo? No. Daniel Alejandro never appeared again. Just one class, 2 classes. Mr. Peroso, are you around?
Present.
Okay. Emily? No, she's never been in class. And Katia?
Present, teacher.
Okay. And Giancarlo, are you around? Not tonight. Okay. Okay, well, I don't know if anybody who I didn't mention, tell me your name so I can add you to the list. No. Okay, so now let's go to practice. We're gonna do some of them, we're gonna do them together, and some other you will work individually or in groups. Okay, here we go with the first. Okay, so here we have more examples. Those are examples. You see, D, ED, and T. Some of you were pronouncing this yesterday. So remember, because it says D, and you can see there the letters, right? Enjoyed, offered, called, used, cleaned, damaged, amazed, needed, wanted, headed, started, parted, granted, landed. You see, in this case, we pronounce ED. And the last group, washed, helped, laughed, danced, fixed, and mixed. No mixed. Okay? Fixed. Okay? So that's the way, that's examples. Right now you're gonna work, and here we have more. Okay, but in this case, we're gonna do, this is an exercise, but I'm gonna share the link. Let's do this first. Try to recognize some of them. Not all of them, right? But some of them. Let me see here. Okay. So the first, number 1, let me write a number for you. 1, 2, or 3. This one.
First.
The third. 1. Make up your mind. First or 1? Okay. So 1. Yes, it's 1. Remember love? It's similar, right? With B at the end. Love, loved, live, lived. Okay, next. This one.
2.
Number 2.
Number 2. Correct. Worked. Do you remember the example? What was the example?
Wait.
The example was look. Do you remember? Look. So it's similar with K at the end. Worked.
Work.
What about this one?
Wait. Number 3.
Waited.
Okay. Waited. Correct.
3. Waited.
Waited or waited, right? Whatever you want. So waited or waited. Because we have a T at the end in the original verb. So we pronounce waited. One more together.
Waited.
3.
3.
3? You think it's 3?
Wanted.
Number 3? Correct.
3.
Wanted. Correct. You can say wanted or wanted. Correct.
Wanted.
So you see, because the N is T, the original. Okay. And this one?
2.
You think it's 2?
Prefer.
Prefers?
It's not.
2. Look at two.
Oh,
No. Remember,
No.
it was in the first.
One.
I mean, yes, in the first, in the one, first, because it's N, the N is an R.
Oh,
The example was
Oh.
offer.
true.
That was the example. So when we have an R, the pronunciation is the, offered. Okay, and you see, that's the way to do it. And here you have again, looked.
Look.
Mhm. Do you remember? Let's see this one. Listen and enjoy. Enjoy, no. Listen and join. Which one? What group?
Join.
1, 2, or 3?
2. 3. 2.
Okay, ¿quién da más? 2. Okay, 2. No. Because remember, the example is clean. Clean. ¿Con qué terminaba? N. N. Los dos, miren, 2 por 1 acá. It's the same rule. So join, joined.
Join.
Listen, listened. Okay, and it's like clean. That was the example. That's what I said. That's another option to remember the examples, or not necessarily the ones that were in the slide that I shared with you. Not necessarily. You can change your own example, but that's another way. The third option: memorize an example for each pronunciation. So join, similar to clean, because we have the N at the end. So joined, listened, etc. Okay. So, but you will see over and over again. Okay, you will see over and over again tonight these exercises, these verbs, and you will see that at the end you will feel more confident. You will be more secure, and you will recognize faster the pronunciation, because as much as we see, as much that we remember. Okay, well, let's start doing this classification. But I have for you some changes. This is important. Are you watching the game or the slides? Are you watching the presentation or the game?
Presentation group.
The presentation. Okay, so let me change. Well, I think that you are watching. Okay, so now I think. So you see here, change, it says, right? Change. We have D, ED, IED, or double consonant D. Okay, so those are different options. With this verb, change. Como ya termina en E, solo voy a agregar what? D. Okay, so no es que a todos les voy a agregar ED, porque a algunos tengo que hacer un pequeño cambio, a otros ya la tienen, no le voy a agregar doble ED. Stay. To do the of stay, I need to add D, ED, IED, or double consonant.
Sí.
¿Sí? No. ED. Yes, just ED. Just ED. Travel. Okay, I'm going to tell you this because this is more British. In travel, we have two options. Okay, in travel, you can just add. You will find both. Travel, just add ED, or travel that we add double consonant at the end. So I double the L. but this is more British. You see here. Pueden encontrar las dos formas y dirán cuál es la correcta. Both are correct, but this is more British. This rule is more for British English. Okay, so in US English or other English, we have just ed at the end. So, but just for you to know, right, that if you find sometimes two options, they both are correct. Not just with travel, but with other verbs. If you see a double letter sometimes or sometimes just ed, is because one is more British and the other is more from US. Okay, it depends on the country. Okay, so
B.
now in this case, ed, double consonant, but sometimes ed, just ed. Commit. What do you think? ¿Qué le dice el corazón? If I want a pass of commit, what do I need to add? Just D, ED, IED?
D.
D.
D? Okay. Correct. So it means that you're gonna write at the end double T, right? In
D.
this case, D?
D.
So it means that in this case, we're gonna add O mid double T before ED. A esto se refiere esta regla, que va a doblar la última letra del verbo original. Look. ¿Ok? O sea, no a todas le vamos a agregar solo el ed y ya estuvo. As you can see, en algunas. But the higher percentage is just ed. ¿Ok? La mayoría solo le ponemos ed, es cierto. Pero hay otras que solo le agrego D porque ya tienen la E y hay otras que necesito hacer estos dos cambios del C y del D. Okay, well, let's next. This one, what do you think?
B.
Excuse
B.
me? B.
B. No.
No, remember that in this case, well, but in this case, you know, es como British again. With double cell, cancel, double L es more British, pero también existe solo ED. Solo L, ED. No es necesario siempre doblarla al final. Cancel. Estos lo tiene acá, pero esto es more British. Pero existen por ahí. What about rain?
D.
Rain.
D.
D. No. No. No, just ED. Just ED. Open.
Ahí sí D. Open.
No, it's B. It's B.
B. Yes, correct. Opened.
Okay.
Solo ED. Prefer.
Prefer. It's double consonant.
Double consonant, correct. Sucede lo mismo. También solo ED. Porque es British. Smoke.
A.
Just D, right? Because I already have E. So I add just D. Love.
A.
A.
A again. Correct. Because it means that I'm going to do this. Look. This one, right? Just this. Just this. I don't need to add ED, just D because I have E. That's what we are talking about. So it is A, you said A. What about study?
C.
Not yet.
C.
No, it's C. It's
C.
letter C.
Yes, correct. So in
Study.
this case, it means that when we have this ending before a consonant,
Why?
we change, we drop. We drop. Drop is eliminate, right? We eliminate the Y and we use I and add ED. But this is similar to the rule of third person. Do you remember that when we are talking about simple present for she, we said está, we eliminate the Y and we add I, right? We eliminate Y and we add I before ES. Claro que como es presente, el sufijo es otro, es ES. Como aquí es pasado, el sufijo es ED. But the rule is similar. We need to drop to eliminate the Y and add I. It's similar. But before, remember, we have a consonant. If I have a vowel before the Y, no. We don't eliminate the I. Okay, but let's continue. And so you said this one, right? C. What about cold?
B.
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 ED, right? Cold. Cold. Date?
A.
A.
We just add D, dated. And the pronunciation, right? Because the sound is T. Look at this example. Date, date. The sound is T. So that's what we're going to follow. This sound. Que ahí estaba con E al final, Sofía. Sí, pero no suena. So we're going to follow the sound that is T, date. So the pronunciation will be dated. Dated or dated. Okay. Cook.
Cook. B.
B. B.
D?
B.
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 Okay, and what's the pronunciation?
Cook.
Cooked? No.
Cook.
Good.
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 Me están pronunciando como una T. Ya, pero antes de la T está la K. Ahí me están diciendo cómo cortar. Alguien. Cooked. Good. No, so it's cooked. Cooked.
Cook.
Cooked.
Cook.
Yes. No es que le voy a quitar esta última letra para ponerle la T, no. Esas se mantienen. Los sonidos se mantienen. All right? So the basic that you are looking in this moment is cook. So when you add the T, pronounce the cooked. Cooked. It's double consonant.
Cook.
And that's what we have to get familiar with. Because we feel that we pronounce the T, pero no es la T. Lo dejo hasta la K. All right, so be careful with that. Be sure that you are pronouncing the two consonants or even three consonants sometimes. So, is this one you said, right? Mary.
Married.
C.
B.
C.
C.
Sí.
Yes, correct, because we have a Y and
Married.
before we have a consonant. So married.
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 Enjoy.
C.
B.
B.
Yes, correct. And the pronunciation? Enjoyed.
Joy.
What about side?
A.
A because I already have the E, right? Decide. And the pronunciation?
Side.
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 Decided.
Decided. Decided. I listen one. Decide. So remember, the pronunciation is D. Decide.
Decide.
Esta desaparece. So we said, right? Pronuncio ED cuando terminan en D or in T. This is the case. The pronunciation at the end is D. So decide, decided, decided.
Decided.
Yeah, when I add the D to make past, I have decided the pronunciation. Okay, well, that's it. I just wanted that you be alert that not always we just add ed to everybody. As you could prove, as you could see, sometimes we just add d, sometimes we need to change the y by I, sometimes double the consonant, but that's more British. I insist on that. That is more British. So it is possible just ed at the end, not always double letter. But there are some others that, yes, it's in British and in US English, okay, that we need to double the consonant. For example, stop, stopped, stop, stopped, double P, okay? You're gonna see that in the exercise that I got for you. So pay attention to each exercise that you do. Okay, don't do just click, 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 because the idea is that at the same time, you will be memorizing. Okay, you will be memorizing. Let me show you this about regular verbs. Okay, look. In this case, you can see that if we have a negative, what is the correct? The children didn't? A or B?
B.
B, correct. Why?
Because the verb must be in her its base form. Because the verb
Auxiliary.
Because of the auxiliary, correct. Thanks, correct. There you have. Together you got the answer. Why? Okay, correct. Because we have the auxiliary that indicates the past. So as Ms. Rodriguez says, right, we need to keep the verb in the original form or in the base form. No changes. Because we have the auxiliary, as Mr. Barrientos says. Okay, so in this case, that's what I want you to see. That when we have regular verbs, it's the same. My mother didn't
B.
B, right? Cook soup
Didn't
yesterday.
cook soup.
Yes. So you see, she didn't listen to music.
Yes.
I didn't phone.
A.
And so on, right? Jean didn't
B.
play. Correct, play, not played. So you see, and it's the same, right? With these pictures, what I want you to see or what I want you to remember is that it's the same situation with regular or irregular verbs. When we have the auxiliary, we don't change the verb. Okay? We don't change the verb into past. Okay? So that's what I wanted you to see with that. We have more, right? But it's similar. That's what I wanted you to see. Okay, so let me show you one more. Okay, now it's your turn. The first, try to recognize. Okay, do you want to do one more together or individually?
Together.
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 Yeah,
More practice.
more practice. Yeah, that's why if you do it individually, you will practice more. Okay, let's do it. And then you're gonna do some others individually, okay, of course. Okay, let's see this one. We're gonna organize them according to the pronunciation. Let's start by the first. Watch. What is the pronunciation? You
D.
see?
D.
D.
T, T,
T, T.
D.
Okay.
D.
I have 2 for T and 1 for D. So I'm gonna take T.
watch.
Quien me diga primero, voy a hacerle caso. All right?
T, T, coach.
Okay.
Watch.
So, watch. Okay,
Watch.
play. What about play?
D, play the
D.
D.
Ahí déjalo también.
Study.
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 ID,
ID. ED. Okay.
study.
Cook.
Cook,
T.
cook,
T.
T.
T. Someone
Cook.
says T. Wash.
watch.
T.
Watch. D,
T.
T.
Dance.
dance.
T.
Dance. T,
Clean.
clean the
When-
T, T,
Clean. Clean.
Work.
work. Work.
T.
T,
What?
Jump. I'm pronouncing in the basic form, right? Porque si les pronuncio, ya
Jump.
está. So, jump.
jump,
T.
jump, jump.
T. Someone says T. Love.
Love. Love.
D.
D,
T. T.
D.
love.
T.
Okay. Start.
Study. ID.
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 End it. End. Ah, se me
ID.
escapó. Okay. ED.
ID.
Okay. ED. ID.
Like,
Like.
like,
T. T.
like,
T.
like,
Visit.
did it. ID.
Okay. Walk.
T.
Walk,
T.
walk. T,
Brush.
brush.
Eh,
D.
Brush.
T. T.
T.
Brush.
Prepare.
T.
T, prepared.
Talk.
T.
D.
Kiss.
T.
Excuse me.
Kiss, kiss.
T.
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 Punch.
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 T.
Double letters. Do you remember that I told you? Memorize double letters.
Punch.
T.
T,
T.
Double
T.
B.
T, punch. Punch.
Okay. Okay, so let's see here. We don't have how to check in, but we're gonna check it. I thought that we have to check it, but no. Okay, so watched, yes. Cooked, washed, danced, worked, jumped, like stopped, right? Liked, walked, brushed, talked, kissed, punched, double letters. Okay, good. And played, loved, cleaned, prepared, yes. This is the same example, right? And this is a vowel, and this is clean, like the example. This is prepare with R at the end, like offer, like prefer. And ED, this is not correct because it sounds like ED. But remember that is the vowel, that's the Y, and change like the vowel. And like the vowel
Indeed.
sound is here.
In
In D. It sounds like ED. I understand that some of you said ED because it sounds like ED, pero no viene realmente esta regla porque no termina en T ni en D. Termina en vowel.
Study. Study.
But sounds like this. In this case, yes, right? Look, we have T, D, and T. Started, ended, visited. En cambio, esta no. No termina en esa, termina en vowel, study, right? Their original pronunciation. That's why. Okay, but you did a very good and excellent job. Ya vamos a ver con la pronunciación, right? La clasificación está súper bien. So just the pronunciation is missing to practice. Okay, but very good job. You see how we get familiar easily, right? It's just to focus, and those are some exercises that we have done. We're gonna continue doing during this class more exercises, and you can continue repeating the exercise, observing, listening, the pronunciation, and suddenly, right? And soon and suddenly you will be managing the correct pronunciation, and you will identify, because sometimes the pronunciation is different, it's soft, the difference is softly, es así bien sutil. Sometimes, pero igual se percibe.
Sometimes.
Cuando ya tenemos familiarizado esto, you can recognize si me están pronunciando el pasado o el presente for a detail, because we can listen that different sound at the end. You will see that. You will do it soon. Okay, so now an exercise for you individually. This time will be individually. Let me see which one I have for you. Give me a second that I close the presentation. Let me open again. Okay, I'm gonna share it in the group, but first I'm gonna share it here in Zoom, the link, so you can start working. Okay, join that link, please, and classify them. You will see the same verbs because they are the most common. So when you say, yeah, I remember, ya lo hicimos, ya apareció, y lo hicimos así, y una y otra vez, you're gonna memorize them. At the end of the class, you're gonna memorize them. Most of them. So let me share it in the group too.
Bájale volumen. No, Anthony, ya me acordé, estoy en clase.
They are short exercises, right? For you to do many, I have chosen short exercises so you can do more. So do it fast, please, because it's short.
Miss, I'm sorry. No, I am not see exercise in the link.
Maybe it's your internet. Maybe it's your internet that, you know, doesn't, because here you have it. It is here. This is no, the other, this is, you see? This is the exercise.
No, I cannot.
Or maybe, yeah, maybe it's because
Okay.
it doesn't up, it is uploading, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
Danced. Stop. Stop. Clapped. 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 Needed. Study. Wanted. Wool.
Okay, I got one. You didn't grade it, Mr. Peroso. You have the option at the end. That finish. At the end, you have the option. Well, it's like this. Finish. And you're gonna choose this part. And you're gonna get the grade. The score.
Check my answers.
Yes, you have to. Actually, they are okay, right? But anyway, do the score when before you send in, guys. Do the score. Get the score, please. In case that you send them, when we go with the next exercise, you know the score. But it's that this is okay. In this case, they are good.
My internet is mistake.
It's slow.
Maybe. I cannot send.
You cannot, the exercise doesn't appear.
The exercise.
No.
So es escribir. I cannot send my answer.
But you don't have to write, Mr. Ramirez. You just have to move the options. Look, Mr. Ramirez.
10 minutes.
Yeah, you just have to do like this.
I see the exercise.
And now,
But now, I cannot send.
and you cannot send it. You have to do here finish. At the end, finish, and you will have two options. Choose the first.
Yeah, no, I cannot.
It's true, miss. Me not send to.
What?
I don't send, I don't know.
Send it.
No.
But what do you mean with sending?
I cannot sending.
You don't have to send it.
I don't know.
You don't have to send it. The first option, just make this here.
I cannot, teacher. I cannot. I don't know.
You cannot what, sir? I don't know. You cannot what?
Oh.
Or you mean graded? You mean graded? Get the score? That's what you can do? Well, I don't get what you mean. But anyway, if that's the problem that you don't get the score, well, just send it and I can check them, right? So the second person is correct. Talked, dressed, matched is correct too. I don't know who's the second person, but there you have it, the answers, right? It's correct. So if you can check it, if you can get the grade, if that's the problem, just send it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't have to send in. Just check my answers. It's not send it. Email my answers to my teacher. No, just check my answers. Pero si no les da tampoco la nota, just the screenshot. Pero check my answers, no send. You don't have to send it.
Teacher, en mi caso así le di, pero se me ha quedado, no me da otra opción de retroceder o enviar. Solo me ha dado los que sí están correctos en verde y los que están incorrectos en rojo, pero no puedo pasar de ahí.
Y yo quise mover algunas, no podía cambiar.
Ya no se puede.
Sí.
No, una vez que se los califican ya no se puede.
No se puede.
No, claro que no.
Quería enviarlo, ya no se pudo.
Pero es que no les entiendo, no tienen que enviarlo. Just check it. Yes, you don't have to send it. No, porque no tienen mi correo y no lo hemos programado ahí para eso. Yeah, just check it, just check it.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna send another, but in this case, you will have to listen. Okay, listen the pronunciation and you're gonna choose, but you can listen and remember the rules and the example, right? So you can do the combination. But the point is important that you listen the pronunciation too. Okay, that is important as well. So I'm gonna send it. So in this case, you have to listen and choose the option. For example, the first, right? Let me play it for you. Listen, that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna play here in this part and
walked,
okay.
walked,
You can you listen clearly in this case? Right? Walked.
walked,
Walk.
walked,
Work,
Mm-hmm.
walked,
work.
Right? So you have to do click in this option because you can listen.
walked,
This is to get familiar with the pronunciation. Remember listen the other.
visited,
Clear, right?
Visit.
missed, missed,
Okay, so that's the exercise. You're gonna listen clearly the pronunciation most of the time because sometimes it's a little bit difficult in some of them, but in most of them it's very clear, and the point is that you practice the listening too. So let me share it for you to do it. Okay, there you have it. I'm gonna send it to the group so you can keep it, and maybe you can continue doing these exercises if you want during the weekend. And next week, and after next week. Okay, I got 1. Very good. It looks that just 1 incorrect. In the first, let me check the second. Okay, all of them walk to visit. Did you check it? Missed, stayed, continued, looked, recorded, ended, stopped. Okay, I don't know if you checked them because you didn't send me the. And why don't you tell me here, Omar? Why do you send me a message? Why don't you tell me directly? Okay. Well, in that case, you can't. I don't know why. That's what I was asking. Okay, but
Coach,
anyway, yes, sir.
Coach, the check the answers and not show the percent.
It doesn't show the percentage. Okay, the score. Okay, but I'm checking. I don't know why, but I'm checking. Okay? So the first, I think the first, yes, right? In the first person could do it. The first person could do it. The first person got 9 of 10, and there we had the incorrect. Okay, but the second is correct. And the third, walk to visited. No, visited. It ends in T. Creo que la persona, la tercera, no la ha chequeado. Porque solo la ha hecho clic, porque ahí está mal. Visited. Visited. Remember, visited. Missed, stayed, no. Remember what I said. Stayed. Termina en Y. Es por la regla de la vocal. No termina en D ni en T. Solo los que terminan en D y en T son de ed. En realidad ahí lo que le agrego es d. Pero como termina en I, suena a id. Be careful with that. But, well, the important is the pronunciation. Si no reconocemos esa diferencia, pues no importa. Lo importante es pronunciar correcto. So, continued, pero no es lo mismo. It's not the same. Continued, that is correct. Looked, yes. Recorded. Record, ¿en qué termina? En D. So, it's the third option. Recorded. Ended, lo mismo. Cuidado con esas. La tercera persona que me envió esa screenshot, la tercera screenshot, be careful, please. Be careful, porque esas sí tienen que ser bastante inmediatas, identificadas. You have D at the end. Record. D. End. D. And we said, esa regla es solo de 2. Si termina en T o en D, ended. Recorded. Así que ahí no es ni D ni T. Es R-E-D. Recorded and ended. Be careful. The person who sent the third screenshot. Stopped. Well, actually, it's the last, right? Stop. Yes, that's correct. Okay. Well, that's what I have. Some of you got the score and some of you didn't get the score. So I don't know what happened. But anyway, I'm checking. I was checking and telling you why no. Okay? They are incorrect. Why they are incorrect. In some cases. Okay, but there we are. Most of them are correct. Okay, so now let's move to another. Let's see here. Okay, let's see if you remember some verbs. We won't do the whole exercise, but we're gonna, because the idea is to practice and to memorize in this class as many verbs as possible, right? But you have to continue, of course. This is a process. We won't manage the pronunciation or all the verbs in passing in 3 classes. You have to follow with the process. Okay, can you recognize the verb and what is the past of that verb? You can see here the picture. What is the past?
Player.
Played. Played.
Player.
Correct.
Player.
So it's play.
Player.
At the end, can you dictate for me the last letters?
Y. E-D.
Y,
E-D.
Y-D.
I,
E, and D.
E, D.
E-D.
Correct. What is this verb?
Eight.
It.
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 Can you spell it, please?
E-A. No.
E-T. E-T-E.
E-A-T. E-A-T.
No.
A-T-E.
A-T-E,
Hey.
yes. Yeah, because it's
Hey.
past, right? Yes, it's past. You were telling me the present,
Hey.
Mr. Ariento. Correct. Eight. That is irregular.
Paso.
In this case, it's irregular. What about this one?
Cook.
Cook.
Okay, cook.
T.
What is the ending?
O.
Cook. T.
Okay.
K-E-D.
K-E-D. Okay, K-E-D.
K-E-T. Cook.
Cooked. Cooked.
Cook.
This one?
Cooks.
Green.
Drink.
Okay, but the past. We are working with past.
Strong.
K-R-U.
Drink.
D,
D.
D.
Strong.
R.
D-R.
A.
U.
N.
N,
K.
K.
K. You, they, I mean, D-R-U is for the past participle. This is the
Oh, okay.
Drink. Drunk.
Green. Right.
Strong.
Drink, drunk, drunk. Uh-huh.
Stop.
How do you spell it?
Top.
S is
S.
S T
S-E-O.
E-C.
T
T-O.
O
O.
D-W-P.
P.
Okay, double P.
W-P. E-D.
E-D. So you see, this is one of those verbs that we make double. And it's not because it's British. In this case,
Stop.
it's in general. Stopped.
Stop.
Stopped.
Stop.
With P and T. Stopped.
Stop.
Okay?
Stop.
Stopped.
Stop.
Stop.
Stop. Stop.
Stop.
E and D.
Stop. Stop. Early.
Early.
Listen.
No.
Listen.
Okay.
Listen. Listen.
After I,
S.
S,
M.
S-T.
T
N,
Huh?
T
E,
E.
D,
T. E-D.
T T
T, right?
T.
Remember that it's a little bit different, the
T.
spelling. Listen, but we don't pronounce the T. Listen. This one?
One.
Walk.
Let's see if it is walk. Well, let's say walk. No walk.
Walk.
O,
Walk.
A.
A
So it's not walk.
One.
Okay, give me a letter to guess. So maybe it's not walk. Let's
O.
try.
O.
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 No. Let's see.
L.
LM. No, it's not walk.
No.
A vowel? Give me a vowel.
I.
E.
I. E.
E.
L.
L.
N T.
N.
T.
T. Okay, there you are. Excellent. The past of went is the past of what?
Go. Go.
Go. Go. Correct.
Watch.
Okay, watch.
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 W. Watch. T. C.
CH.
H.
H.
H. E.
S.
E.
Easy. And the pronunciation?
S.
Watch.
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 Okay,
Watch.
I
Watch.
listen. Yeah,
Watch.
I listen someone there, right? Who do it
Watch.
correctly. Very good.
Watch.
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 Okay. That's just for you to see that we have regular and irregulars, right? So you see, and that we are working with the pronunciation of regular verbs.
Regular verbs.
Well, let me show you this. We want to do this. If you want to do it, I can share the link, but later. Okay, so here you can, I got this one. I chose this one for you because I selected, because you listen, select the past, selected. You see, I selected this for you because you can see the different rules that we have been studying, and regulars and irregulars. So for example, here, they are irregulars. So it means that we won't add just ed, right? For example, go, went, eat, ate, did, do, was, okay, here, 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 had, saw, flew, sold, told, found, took, made, ate, sent. You see, in this case, the irregulars. In the irregulars, there are many that we just change one letter at the end, like spend, spent, send, sent. You see, here, and some of them change totally, right? But we have, on the other hand, we have here, change the vowel. You see, swim, swung. Just the vowel in the middle to make the past. Get, got. Here. This is irregular too. Oh, it doesn't. Okay. Well, and run, ran. Wake, walk. Ride, rode. Rise, rose. Sing, sung. Come, came. Give, gave. Know, knew. Blow, blew. Drink, drunk. Ride, rode. Draw, drew. Sit, sat. You see? So they are, I don't place them all of them. I'm just mentioning because I'm gonna, it's gonna it's gonna take more time, right? But I'm just mentioning. But the point is that you can see just the middle, the letter in the middle, you can change in some of them. Look, you see, it's easy to memorize because if you observe, they have a pattern by groups. Okay, and here we have another that are buy, vote, bring, brought, teach, taught, think, thought. You see, they are a little bit similar too. And those are the ones that I was telling you. Keep, kept. Sleep, slept. Sleep, slept. Similar to send, sent. And send, spend, spent. You see? And here we have the rules that we were working, right? That we just add ed. Cooked, looked, cold, walked. Not the pronunciation, the spelling, that we just add ed. And here the one examples that we add d, because we have already the e at the end. Look, so we would add just d. And finally, the double, when we double the consonants. Skip, stopped, pin, clap, hop, zip, zip. And when we change the ending y by I, cry, cried, fly, fry, fried, try, tried, dry, dry, etc. You see, here is a summary of all the things that I mentioned during this week for you, that I explained. Okay, so I'm gonna share the link in case that you want to practice later. I think it's a good summary. So you can see all the things that you have to pay attention to manage, okay, to work correctly with the spelling and with the pronunciation, of course. Okay, just for you to keep it, if you want. There, I shared the link with you. Okay, it was just for explaining, okay, but you can do it later. And, well, let's continue here. Okay, now we're gonna do some speakings. Okay, you're gonna tell me okay, what is the sentence here?
Kill.
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 But in past, tell me the pronunciation. The thief, one thief killed,
Killed. Killed.
killed. Oh, it would be the thief
Knife.
with a knife, one thief killed a person, let's say, right, 1 week ago. For example, that's one sentence that we can do. But the point is that the verb is regular and we pronounce killed. Remember, call, called. So in this case, kill, killed.
Kill.
What about this one? Can you give me a sentence with the pronunciation in past? That's what we are practicing now, the pronunciation.
I finished
Finished.
Correct, Mr. Peroso? Continue.
race first place last Sunday.
Excellent, correct, and good pronunciation. Okay, so I finished. It moves, let me see. Okay, I finished the first place the race last Sunday. Okay, good, finished. What about this one?
Open.
Open.
Reader present.
Open.
Open is no, mister, because I have an N at the end, no a T and a D. We pronounce ED when you have T or D. And we have here an N. So what's the pronunciation?
Opening.
Opened. Opened.
Opened. Opened. Present. The previous day.
The previous day.
I opened birthday present.
Opened
The previous day.
The previous day.
Open.
Open. Watch. Watch.
Watched. Film last weekend.
Watch.
Okay, we watched a film
We
last
watched
weekend.
film last weekend.
Clean.
Correct, cleaned.
The
Give me the
house
second.
yesterday morning.
I cleaned all the house
cleaned.
yesterday morning. Correct.
I clean.
Jump.
I jump. Oh, my
Mm,
son
Jump.
jump. My son jump.
no, jump is no. Remember, just T or D.
Jump. T.
T, correct. In this case, it's jumped.
Jump.
Jump. Jump.
It's like stop. It's like help, right?
Yeah.
We have a P at the end, so help. Do you remember help? Help. So jump.
Help.
My
Jump.
son jumped of happiness on the street yesterday, for example. Okay, so that's it. That's the way to, one more.
Listen.
Give me the second.
Listening to cook music the night before.
Okay. I listened to pop music the night before. Listened with D at the end, right? The pronunciation.
Listen.
Remember the example? Clean with N, and we said cleaned. So in this case, we have the N, we said listened.
Listen.
Okay.
Listened.
Okay. So now, please, we're gonna start an exercise, and if you didn't finish today, we're gonna continue on Monday because I want to listen to you applying the verbs, the regular and irregular verbs. Okay? So you're gonna tell me, please. You can choose one celebration, one event, one day. I don't know, can be the yesterday, can be last year, last Christmas, last birthday, I don't know. But you're gonna tell us what you did, your last vacation, anything. But an event in your past. Okay? So you're gonna describe at least by 2 minutes. Describe in past. Obviously, because you're gonna describe naturally, you will use regular and irregular verbs. Okay? And maybe negative forms. But I didn't eat the whole day because we didn't find a restaurant on the highway. So it was terrible for me. You see, in that I used two negatives. So the point is that you use, right, all the forms in past. Maybe no questions, right? Maybe no questions. But if you can add a question, go ahead, excellent. But the point is, what I need you to use is the negative one or two, right? Most of them, what I need that you use is the past of regular and irregular verbs. Okay, and be careful with the pronunciation in regular verbs, because that's why I need you to be alert and I need you to apply those exercises that we have been doing together. That explanation, I want that you recognize and apply while speaking. Okay, so let's start. If any of you is ready in 2 minutes, tell me. Remember, at least 2 minutes. Not a couple of sentences, right? Because I want to listen to you speaking at least 2 minutes, using regular and irregular verbs, both with the correct pronunciation. That's the point. Okay, so choose one event in your life and you can tell us the story. maybe you won't finish, right? Or maybe you will, because we have 4 minutes. So maybe one birthday, one celebration, maybe your mother's celebration, right? Not necessarily your birthday. As I said, one vacation, one trip, maybe a bad day. A bad day can be too. If you want to tell us about one bad day that you remember, no problem. Anything that you want. In past, an event, any kind of event in your life, but in past, please. If you already got the event, tell me what you are going to talk about. Do you have your event, that event, Mr. Barrientos? The important
Travel, teacher. I went travel.
Okay, a trip. Okay, good. One of your trips, right? Excellent. So you will tell us in detail that trip. Things that you did, things that you didn't do. I don't know, maybe people that you met. The best that you vote. I don't know, all the information. Do you have yours, Mr. Peroso? What's your event? Do you have the event that you're gonna tell us, Mr. Peroso? Oh, not yet.
The last week, I went to go to the cinema.
I went to the cinema.
I went to the cinema.
Okay. So you're gonna, okay.
Present.
Yes, that's the idea. That's what we need to practice, right? Focus on past and present. Okay, so you're gonna tell us about that day or that night, I don't know. Okay, so write the full information. Remember, 2 minutes, at least 2 minutes of speaking about that day. Okay, prepare for Monday, I guess, because it's almost time, basically. So for Monday. And you, Mr. Ramirez, do you have the event?
Voy a intentar.
No, but not in this moment, just the topic. Because you need to prepare it. I need that you speak 2 minutes. Okay? So you have to choose the correct verse, the pronunciation. Okay? Be careful about the pronunciation. If you use open, you have to go to check to the information, to the chart that I gave you. Open with D, opened. So you have to practice the pronunciation to tell us the story correctly with the best pronunciation possible, the best possible pronunciation. Okay, for Monday.
Okay.
Okay, Patricia, do you have your topic? What is your topic? So. Not yet. Not yet. Miss
Travel.
Rodriguez, travel too? Okay. Okay. And you, Miss Rodriguez?
I'm gonna talk about last Christmas. with my
Last
mom.
Christmas. Excellent. Good season. And Miss Maria? Do you have the topic or not yet? Miss Escalante?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, but you listen some examples, right? Some of your classmates, last Christmas, travels, last week. Okay, so you see some examples there. Get ready for Monday, please. Try to be conscious of what you will pronounce, of the verbs. Take the time. Take the time to look for the past of those verbs that you need to use. Okay? To put into practice. everything. And use negative if it
Yes.
is possible. Okay, so see you, hope to see you on Monday to do this activity. Prepare it. Don't forget, send unit 2. Unit 2 in class to classroom. You have to already send unit 1 and unit 2. Algunos de ustedes no me han mandado, pero ni la 1. Ok, si no se han registrado, regístrense, por favor, que ya son 2 semanas. El lunes vamos a checar eso. Regístrense y manden actividad unidad 1 y 2. Esas ya tenemos que haberlas enviado. Bueno, la 1, la 2 este fin de semana. All right? Do it,
All right.
please. Do it. Okay, have a nice night.
See you.
See you. Take care.
Good
See you
night.
Monday.
Good night. See you on Monday, sir.